Today we're looking at the dumbbell lateral raise. I'm going to talk you through this exercise because it is a very simplistic exercise, but also it can be quite easy to get incorrect as well. So we're going to try it now with a couple of dumbbells here. With a dumbbell lateral raise, what a lot of people will do is they'll just do this up at the side. Some people even are going like this and really using momentum. We don't want any of that stuff. We want to make sure this is a nice controlled movement in the correct manner. First thing we need to be doing from this position here, a lot of people get this wrong. They're completely standing bolt upright and they get the lateral raise completely to the side like this. So we don't necessarily want that. What we want to begin with is a soft bend in the knee, going to tilt forward slightly. The path that dumbbell is going to travel is going to come forward ever so slightly. So instead of coming straight up at the side, we want to bring it forward around 30 degrees. And then we're going to come into this position here, slightly leaning forward. What we want to do, we want to target your medial and your anterior delt in your shoulder here. That's what we're looking for. So the middle and the front part of the shoulder. So that's the main movement there. So we tilt forward slightly and we're just going to bring it forward by about 30 degrees or so. What we also do not want is to be swinging like so. People use too much momentum from the bottom of the exercise. Obviously, when you use momentum, you're not controlling that muscle fully, which is kind of against the purpose of what we're trying to do here. So when we lift the dumbbell, I want people to think about this as lifting with intent. Rather than just moving the dumbbell for the sake of moving the dumbbell, you can think of it with more intent. So what I mean by this is that we're going to really control the movement. Now, a way I get my clients to do this is to think that they're pushing the dumbbell through something thick, right? Custard, treacle, syrup, something like that. So instead of just lifting the weight for the sake of it, they're pushing it through that thick substance. Could be custard, could be treacle, whatever the hell you want it to be. And then that way, we're getting a lot more control. We're slowing the movement down and we're actually pushing the dumbbell up and away from the body rather than just lifting it for the sake of lifting it, because you get a lot more contraction in the right muscles, the muscles that we're targeting that way. Really important that we get that. So it's nice and slow, nice and controlled. The next thing is the hand positioning. What we want with the hand positioning is the back of the hand, we want it facing the ceiling. Some people talk about tilting it forwards or backwards, and you can slightly manipulate which part of the shoulder you're working there. But for me personally, I like to have the back of my hand up towards the ceiling. So we're in this position here, slightly tilting forward. Feet position can be any kind of position you want. You can have them together, slightly apart, up to you. And we're just getting up a nice controlled lateral raise like so. Now, something I also do is now and again, I will do a unilateral one. So I'll focus on one at a time. The reason being, I feel a great contraction when I go one arm at a time like so. I can really focus on that singular arm and get a good connection. Like I say, I'm pushing through that treacle and it's giving me a great connection. So that is a lateral raise. We don't want too much momentum. We want to be tilting forward slightly. Dumbbells at a slight angle forward, so a 30-degree angle forward, making sure we're pushing through that treacle and making sure the back of the hand is up towards the ceiling. Do that, you'll be in a good place.